All right, so every once in a while, I'm going to give y'all an MJ video because it's only right. The OGs are still on the channel, even though y'all don't support anything else I do. So clearly, y'all only like Michael Jordan. Today, we got Kobe Bryant reveals 5 wild Michael Jordan stories, man. Kobe Bean Bryant. I seen a list that was so crazy. They had Kobe 10th. I almost threw up. Like, what do I see that other people don't see? Kobe is one of the best players to ever live. Clearly, MJ is the GOAT. So, I don't get it. People is on drugs out here, man. Fentanyl is a thing.
Into the league and to be compared to, to a guy that's going on his 6th championship, it's kind of breathtaking.
And Michael Jordan is somebody that I've always looked up to and I want to play against. Guard Michael Jordan, there's nothing to top that.
I grew up watching Michael on TV. Now you got a chance to go face to face with him. You get a chance to really see and like touch and feel.
I wanted to be the best big brother that I could be.
I'll see you down the road. Cool.
We communicate all the time.
The person that inspired me the most. I don't think people really understand the amount of impact that he's had on me. I tell you, like when I was in high school, I used to work out with the 76ers. I used to ask them, what's it like to guard Mike? You go, Mike? You mean Black Jesus? I'm like, what the f? Black who? I'm like, I'm gonna call him Mike. That's his name. So the level of fear that he inspired in others was insane. And I would tell him, I said, when I face him, we're gonna go at it.
The time at the Forum or wherever that was.
Phil Jackson has been telling a story about you. You're young, you met Michael Jordan.
Michael's out, he's been retired for a year, and he comes to a ball game, and I said, let's meet in, chairman's room after the game. I want you to talk to Kobe a little bit.
I went and saw Phil Jackson in 1999 or maybe 2000. I don't know when Phil was here in L.A.
Phil had Michael come to the game and sat at the table. You remember that.
So I get in this room, and he sits down. And
I walk in, and Kobe's sitting there.
So Phil asked Michael if he wasn't doing anything, just come by practice, maybe to want to play.
And the first thing, I'm in a suit. First thing Kobe said, did you bring your shoes?
He says that you told Michael Jordan that
I could kick your ass one-on-one.
Well, I mean, it's half true.
And then when we walked out, when we were walking down the hall, Mike goes, I love that dude, man. He's a warrior.
But his attitude to compete and play against someone he felt like he could enhance and improve his game. To me, that's what I loved about the kid.
Years later, after I scored 81, he was barking on how...
That's the only thing that makes me sad is, like, we were so into basketball, but Kobe was a good dude. Like, just outside of basketball, like, the shit I seen with his daughter and the things he was doing, it's just like, sometimes you be uber focused on your goals and stuff, and people don't get to really see the real you type shit. I wish people were respecting more Kobe for his personality and the person he was. Because when I was coming up, didn't really like Kobe like that. I'm like, oh, no, I'm good. But to see him develop as a human being, and then when he retired, it was like, this guy is special. Not just as a competitor, but as a human being. He would lend a hand to people that he probably didn't have to lend a hand to. So, like, sometimes it should be bigger than basketball, and you see the greatness in people that's not just hooping. It's like, yo, this guy is great, bro. And so many people, when he passed away, from different sports, all types of shit, tennis, swimming, they all like, yo, I talked to Kobe. It's like, yo, crazy to think that this man was that influential. Because I don't think Mike handed the sauce off like that. Mike wanted to keep the sauce to himself. He see Kobe, okay, you like me? Little sauce right here. But Mike wasn't giving that shit to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Too? And to see that Kobe, because you would have thought Kobe was just arrogant and things of that nature, but he wasn't. He was just a competitor. But off the floor, he was an amazing human being. I'm going to definitely give Kobe that. You know what I'm saying? Too? For what we've seen. I can't say I know a person's life, but for what we've seen and how he developed as a grown man, RIP to Kobe, man. One of the best to ever do it. Stop putting this man 10th while I smack the living shit out you.
I can never do it against him. And there's no way you're going to score 80 on me. I would have fouled out. We just would have went back and forth. And I normally try to stay pretty cool when it comes to MJ because I look up to him so much. But on that particular occasion...
Yeah, I got to address that. I'm not even a good basketball player. He ain't scoring 81 on me, though. I'm out the game. Because I got to hit him with something. I got to throw a punch or something. This nigga's disrespected me. 81 points is too much. It's too... 60, I could live with. I could live with a 60 piece. 81, like hell no, man. Clothesline him. I'm telling my team, yo, clothesline. When he come through, off with his nugget. You know what I'm saying? Off that shit. Cause it's a pride thing. I'm not like a great basketball player, but I do have inner dog in me, inner fire. You know what I'm saying too? And I don't know. Jalen Rose, them niggas different, bro. They was watching the show. I couldn't watch the show because it's like I got family too here.
I had to remind him that I did have 42 and 1/2 against him.
The first time I was getting ready to face Jordan, I had a teammate. He goes to me and said, "Hey, you want some advice? Whatever you do, don't look him in the eye." Wait, excuse me? Why the hell would I not look him in the eye? I don't think my teammate understood that I'm that too. Can't look me in the eye either, buddy.
Everybody's talking about Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan.
How flattering is it when Michael Jordan says he sees some of him in you?
Well, that's cool. It's a great compliment. I just have to continue to work hard, be the best basketball player that I can possibly be. It's going to be a great challenge. We're one of the greatest players of all time.
Against him for the first time at the United Center.
This is a fun game for me. I learned a lot this game. A lot about how technically sound Michael was. Because it's one thing in watching him play, and then it's another thing in playing against him.
Getting schooled for a baseline dunk the first time I matched up with him. That was like the coolest thing. I got thrown into the fire. Nice baseline spin move. I mean, I knew he was just so strong. By the time I tried to body him off of me, he just swatted me away like a fly. Because I'd seen that spin move so many times, and then I knew he was gonna do it. But the timing on TV and then in person are two completely different things. So he just spun right before I thought he was gonna spin, and I was like, man, that was pretty cool. When I came to the league and matching up against him, what I found that he was extremely open to having a relationship, a mentor relationship, and giving me a great amount of advice and an amazing amount of detail, strategies, workout regimens, and things like that. So
that was very inspiring for me.
Seriously, I mean, I don't think people really understand the amount of impact that he's had on me as a player and as a leader.
I remember I was young like that. He certainly has a lot of skills, and you see that, but he's got a lot of confidence, and I think it's just a matter of time for him. You know, you realize how good he is. He's actually in his second year of college, and certainly he's learned a lot. He's in a top league, actually, and he's certainly going to learn a lot more. He's going to be a lot better if he keeps improving.
I want to learn how to become the best basketball player in the world. And if I'm going to learn that, I got to learn from the best. Kids go to school to be doctors or lawyers or so forth and so on, and that's where they study. That's the place for them to study. My place to study is from the best.
And, when I was 18, my first year, he got the best of me a bunch of times. I was right there the next play. You're not intimidating me. Yeah. I'm not going anywhere. And I think he saw that level of respect, because I think he was the same way at 18 years old. And that common bond is what I think, where our connection was good.
I was a student of the game. I tried to understand things.
The thing, though, is there was no Michael Jordan before Michael Jordan, if that makes sense. So there was maybe Larry Bird in them, but I don't think Mike from the door, it's just something in him. I don't know what's in him, and I would love to know, because I would ask him, I was like, yo, I don't want to hear about the Magic Johnson, Larry Bird shit. Like, what made you from game one be that good? Like, first of all, good, but have that intensity, you know what I'm saying? That energy, like, that's a different beast. And he'll probably say it's his brother. Yeah, it's probably his brother. Larry Joy, he probably, it be the things in your background that really make you who you are, you know what I'm saying? Give you the fire inside to, want more things than just the simple things, you know what I'm saying, too? So, but I'm probably thinking it's his brother, yeah. His brother, kicked his ass a lot. And then he got so good, you know what I'm saying, too? But he probably always remembered, like, you know what I'm saying? Because there wasn't no one like Mike before Mike. I can understand why Kobe looked at him, because he's the best. But who was the best? You could say Larry. I think Larry Bird was better than Magic Johnson. So he probably looked at Larry a lot, but he killed everything moving. Everything was getting killed.
That I wasn't doing very well last season, and try to add them into my game. And it's difficult because you have to break habits. So that was the hardest adjustment.
Just about tip-off time at Madison Square Garden for the 48th NBA All-Star Game.
Kobe Bryant, meanwhile, the youngest All-Star in history at 19 years, 5 months.
You don't let the game come to him. Make this shit happen. I'm going to make this a one-on-one game. If I was a teammate, I wouldn't pass you the fucking ball. You want this ball again, brother, you better rebound.
And there you see Kobe Bryant in the foreground, the man many have dubbed the next Michael Jordan.
I grew up watching Michael on TV, and now you got a chance to go face-to-face with him. You get a chance to really see and touch and feel.
Here is Michael. Count it, plus the foul for Jordan.
Strength, speed, quickness, and it was fun to be out there.
And his shot rattles out. Here comes Bryant ahead of the field.
He just want to get to the opposite of me and go one-on-one. Yeah. Come on, make his ass work down here. He's making out. We got to get back. He hauling ass. I ain't trying to be down there in a poster, dog. I ain't jumping with him, so nah.
It was a rough couple years for me coming into the league, because at the time the league was so much older. It's not as young as it is today. Nobody was really thinking much of me. I was a kid that shot a bunch of air balls, you know what I mean? And at that point, Michael provided a lot of guidance for me. Like, I had a question about shooting this turnaround shot, so I asked him about it.
Oh, yeah, he asked me one question when we were down, been down at half court, and he wanted to know how, when I turn around on my jump shot, how to lock the defense or how to get to feel the defense. I told him you should feel the defense with your legs. Once you feel the defense with your legs, you more or less got to feel where the defense is, and you can take advantage of that.
He gave me a great detailed answer. But on top of that, he said, if you ever need anything, give me a call.
What player in your career did you learn the most from?
Oh, Michael.
Michael.
For sure.
Even though you never played together?
For sure.
He taught me a lot of stuff. Yeah, he was a great teacher and mentor for me. But Michael was very tactical and very efficient with his movements.
And it makes me think, which y'all gonna hate, because you know how we feel about LeBron on this channel. I rock with LeBron, but you ain't the GOAT. But it makes me more impressed with LeBron. Like, LeBron had no coach, no mentors, nobody. They literally was like, hell, I think they traded some of the Cavs players on the team because they like, we don't rock with him like that. But to see, like, have no, because it's beautiful to have a format, because then you know what to do. Or I can ask Mike, yo, Mike, what do I do? But when you don't got no one to ask, that shit makes it 10 times harder. It gotta be 10 times harder to just, like, to even have killer in you, because nobody's teaching me it. Like, most people on the earth are taught things. So to just go out there and do, I'm gonna give Brian his credit on that one. It made me think of Brian, like, damn, bro, it's them three, the big three. Kobe, that's why it had him 10th and I almost cried. Like, what? The big three are the NBA greatest players ever. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. Like, those are the big three, man. For me personally, like, to see what they were, and to see how these two are alike, and then he kind of carved his own shit out. It's impressive, man. Whoever you choose, but say, Michael Jordan got to be number one, though. I don't care who you choose after that, but MJ has to be number one. If MJ not number one, you don't know basketball. That's just period. We got to put that in cement. You got people out here putting my dog 2 and 3 and all types of shit. You heard Kobe. I learned from the best of the best. So when people even say that Kobe Bryant's better than Michael Jordan, no, he's your favorite player. He's not better because he literally just told you through this goddamn video, MJ's the best. And I learned from the best.
There was no wasted space. There weren't any wasted dribbles. I mean, he was very surgical with how he approached the game. You can see it. He made the game look so easy. It's very difficult to do.
Well, you never stop learning. And Mike, every time I play against Mike, I learn something new. Disappointing, I don't know, because without him, I wouldn't be here right now. So.
I remember we had Michael Jordan's last All-Star game, and they had this beautiful ceremony for him at halftime, and had the honor to sit next to him during that process, and kind of looking at him and just kind of sitting back and saying, wow, I mean, did it go by that fast? For him, like, what is he thinking about right now? Does it all seem like a blur? So from that point on, I wanted to make sure that I appreciated.
Hell no, I can tell you from the perspective of Michael Jordan, it wasn't a blur. He remember kicking people ass. Like, when you dominate like that, it probably is faster than most, but I think he remembers all of it. It shows when he's older telling these stories. Like, yeah, he remember every single moment of that shit. Because he was just kicking ass. It's like the Superman, remember the cat he saved in a tree? Probably.
Yeah, I tried to as much as possible.
In Washington, Jordan hits him on the butt and says, you can put the shoes on, but you ain't gonna never feel them.
The 8s, he had the 8s on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're never gonna feel them. You're never gonna feel these shoes. That's basically what he was telling Kobe. You're never gonna feel these shoes.
Jordan beats Kobe. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of the game, I guess Kobe was wearing some Jordan 8s. Uh-huh. You can put the shoes on, but you'll never feel them. And then what happened next?
Okay. What happened next? So what happened next is
they say Kobe didn't talk to the team for 2 weeks.
Literally would not say anything to anybody.
Like, he just went silent. But he was on 1 million.
So for like 2 weeks, they said Kobe was just mute. Didn't talk to his players, didn't talk to his teammates. Just he said he was in like focus mode. Like it was straight, like practice was just so intense. The players was like, yo, is he mad at us? Like, did we do something to him? Mm-hmm. And then they was like, Phil was like,
nah, he ain't mad at you. Jordan, in Washington, it's like, in what? 2 weeks ago? He's like, yeah, he told him he can copy him all he want and do all that, but he'll never fulfill those shoes.
Oh shit. When did we play them again? And they were like, yeah, we played them in a few days.
They said they already knew what was about to happen against MJ when MJ came to LA.
I might stretch for that game because young fellas not passing us the ball. And that's the game Kobe had like 55
points.
No, he had to make it known and stood over Jordan ass too. Like he had to make it known. Like I might not be able to fill him shoes, but I'm a damn sure try. Kobe tried. He was the closest to trying to get to the MJ status. You know what I'm saying too. But that's why originality is a thing. You know what I'm saying too. And MJ, as much as you wanted to be MJ, he knew that. Like there was no MJ before me, so you were supposed to be your own Kobe Bryant. And people slide him for that. People, you can slide him for the Shaq shit, but people do like not consider him as great as he is because we seen the better version of you. You know what I'm saying too. Whatever you were doing out there, Mike was doing that shit 100%. Like you know what I'm saying. So I think it did detriment his career to like follow in the footsteps of Michael Jordan. I would never want to follow in the footsteps. I gotta carve my own shit out because he's too good. He's damn near perfect. The man, I don't know about off the court, but I know on the court, this nigga walks on water. They didn't call him Black Jesus just cause. You feel me? They didn't just say it. Like, oh, you know, it's like, I don't even think they were scared. They understood what they were watching and witnessing. Like, bro, he's really Black Jesus.
Like, is Michael Jordan a friend of yours?
He's a good mentor, man. He's like a big brother.
Maybe it surprised people that Kobe and I were very close friends. Kobe was my dear friend. He was like a little brother. Everyone always wanted to talk about the comparisons between he and I.
You know, I truly hate having discussions about who would win one-on-one and you're a fan saying, hey, Kobe, you beat Michael one-on-one. I feel like, yo, what you get from me is from him. I don't get 5 championships here without him, because he guided me so much and gave me so much great advice.
That's a foul all day long. I know you ain't. Hey, you only got 3 now. I get 6. How do I get that foul? You only got 3 now. I can't say no. I'm gonna shut up and take it.
The last time we had dinner, he was talking about my year in 1991 versus your peak year. I would have kicked your ass. I said, Mike, come on now, let's enjoy the salad. Like, you know, but you both know that's not going to happen.
You and Michael,
he would have tore Kobe ass up. We talking prime Mike when he won the MVP, the Defensive Player of the Year. Is that the Mike we talking about? Nah, he would have tore your ass up. I ain't even. He would have tore anybody up. Anybody you put in front of him, that Michael Jordan is getting tore up. I don't care who you think of.